his actions were somewhat trying to get himself kicked in a way, so that he didn't have to like make the hard decision to leave or feel like he's like letting people down or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I think. Because me and Terry, you know what I'm saying, like, bro, we know each other like inside and out, bro. We know each other like so well.
Hey, yo.
We're with each other like literally every day, and it feels weird, bro. It feels weird, like, no, what's just happened. It's only been like a day. There's not a moment that goes by today that I haven't been like looking at my phone, thinking to myself, bro, is he gonna get, was my homie gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, am I gonna get caught off the doctor saying like something's gone wrong or something gonna happen? And I feel like this is the thing that's been running through my mind all day, bro. Like, it's hard. And when you made those decisions, me and him had a talk, and he just said that he wasn't happy and that he doesn't know what to do, and he doesn't know if he wants to be here. And I said, bro, like, I don't, like, just trust the decision, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you agree with John? He goes, yeah, I agree with John. I said, yeah. Do you agree with Bones? And he kind of didn't see Bones being in that position, but also at the same time, he's like, he was kind of like 50-50.
I think everyone kind of felt that with Bones, right? Because I think no one dislikes Bones. It's just like a bit of a wild card for the role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he did mention about the Taylor thing being too soon, and
yeah.
And he did mention about him and all that. But I feel like, yeah, it's kind of, I just never think that he wanted to walk away. I think he wanted a reason to be not in the picture, and he did everything in his way to not walk away from the manor, but be, you know, forcefully pushed by us out. And I think that's why he did what he did. Because I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, I've been seeing patterns of him like getting angrier and angrier and just falling down the dark path, but even worse than he did the first time.
The thing that I don't get with everything and how it went, like, correct me if I'm wrong, like, you might think different, and I'd rather you be honest. I feel like the way we treated Terry, we probably gave him more freedom and controlled him less than most other groups would if he went to join. I feel like he was allowed to be relatively unhinged in the manor. Like, when it came down to politics and like little things we needed him to not do, like, obviously we had to step in, but most of the time I feel like he was pretty let loose.
I agree. I don't think anybody that acted like the way he did and went out and beyond his limits became that, you know what I'm saying, unhinged without having that pullback would last long in another gang. I try to think about it all the time. Like, would he be in Hades? Would he be in, like, you know what I'm saying, would he be in I don't know, Saints? Would he be in like Besties? Would he be like, you know, I'm just going through all the gangs. I'm like, I don't see him being in there, being the way he is, acting the way he is, and not having any pullback at all.
That's,
you know?
my two biggest worries is him surviving and making it out of the ICU, because gang removed, like, he's married to my sister. I've known him for years. Like, I care for the guy, right? I personally wouldn't have blooded him out because he wasn't blooded in, but apparently Terry kind of seemed to, like, he wanted that as his exit. Like, he felt like he needed that to close the chapter. But yeah, him being alive, and then my other worry is, like, I don't want him to fall victim to grass is greener on the other side, right? And walk, well, not walk, but get kicked, which it feels more like a walk to me. I know it's a bit, that's not the scenario, but like, just because how like the hand was forced, like, it just doesn't feel like I kicked him or Steve kicked him. It just feels like he removed himself. Like, I don't want him to leave and go, you know what, Manor's not for me, I'm gonna go elsewhere, realize that his frustrations aren't necessarily with the group he's in, go somewhere else, and then be in a group that's going to suppress how he is. Because, like, honestly, if, say, for example, he went to Hades, right, and he joins them, and under Benji or under whoever, the Ray, whatever, he's just switches up, becomes different, like, he's reasonable, he's not like he is, like, I'd almost be disappointed, because I don't want him to go and change what he's on. I still want him to be that demon and that just crackhead, just a manageable version. That's all I ever wanted for him. Like,
yeah.
So him then going to a group and switching up and being someone that's easy to control and like listening to everything that's said, it's like, in a sense, I'd almost find that as disrespectful, because I personally didn't even ask him to do that much for me. So if he was to go do that elsewhere, like, it would just be like, I don't know, it would be confusing. But that's my concern for him. I just don't want him to go and be like, oh yeah, man, like somewhere else is going to be better for what I want to do. And then a group not exist that facilitates what he wants. I think he'd probably be able to get away with more shit in Besties than he would Hades. But I think Besties having Future and Terry would like just forehead and the other leaders. It would just be the biggest ball ache on the planet. Like I can't see Terry being told what to do by Tic Tac, who's an OG. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't see that, bro. Like, because no disrespect, but bro, he's way above a lot of that. Like a lot of those people in Hades, obviously, like I'm not stupid, I'm not naive, even for you as well, right? You guys have got before MANOR. It's the same with me and MANDEM, right? This is the first time, like everyone 5 years ago, for the most part, was in their like first groups, like their first home, their first family. Whereas this time around, a lot of people, it's like their second venture. So there's a lot of pre-existing loyalties. But like even Ray, like is Terry gonna listen to Raymond Romanov? Like
I would say Ray is a stretch, super stretch. I think Terry would listen to Ray like, but very minimal. I don't think he would listen to him like all the time, but maybe like very minimal. And Tic Tac, bro, there's no way on this earth that he will listen to him and get told what to do.
Exactly, right? Like,
I just don't see that happening, bro. I just don't.
Yeah, it's just a hard scenario, bro, because I'd much rather he was here. I'm never the guy that's going to make people be around when they don't want to be. And like he went about it his way. I just hope he made the right decision.
I don't know, bro.
I don't want his anger to be found out to be with just the city as opposed to the manor, you know?
Yeah. It's hard for me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it's hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know it hits everybody hard, but I feel like it hits me the hardest. Like,
well, that's why I wanted to talk to you, because that's your guy, right? But if I'm being honest, the main reason I wanted to speak to you is because I'm just going to put cards on the table and kind of give you the reality I see. I'll be honest, right, Dre? When you first came into this group very early on, like, and you was doing your shit with Els, you was just here, and like, it was like new, everyone was kind of locked in, whatever. You were 100% in all of my conversations when it came to shot callers and stuff, right? Even like just showing the initiative to be like, I'll be the one to look after Terry. Like whatever happens with Terry is my responsibility. And there was like, in the starting phases and like a few months back, I think most of the gang would probably agree that you would have been like a logical call for a role like that, or just like a very highly respected member, like definitely like an OG type beat, right? If it wasn't shot caller. But I feel, and I don't think this was ever anything you did intentionally, but I think your love for Terry and just how he could be sometimes was kind of muting who you are a little bit. And I felt like you became a lot less Dre and a lot more like an extension of Terry. And I say that with respect, because as much as it's a horrible situation that Terry's not here, and it upsets me, one of the things from it that I saw as a positive, and you might not see it like this, but like I just wanted to be honest, is I do feel like it gives you an opportunity to take the reins of who Dre is again, and kind of you guide your own path. And that doesn't mean you don't do things with Terry. That doesn't mean he's not your boy. But I just think some of the values you had and some of the things I knew you for, and that was most impressive to me, kind of had been faded away over time.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think with me, and I say this to you because I've already said it to Steve when we had a one-on-one. I feel like with me, like I'm not the same person like I was when I first came here. I feel like I lied to you. I feel like I lied to Steve, and I told him this too, because I was the one that would sit there and say, hey, I can, you know what I'm saying? I can control Terry. You know, I can put him in a way where, you know, I can make him hinge, and I can do this, and I can do that, I can do that, and can do this. I think it's like a long time ago, I used to be able to do it a lot. Like he would make wrong decisions and do the bad things, and I would rear him into the ways that he was meant to go. And it was always good. But I feel like over the time, I started to like kind of let go of that and kind of become more of a shadow of myself than I was when I first came in. And Steve said that you're not wrong, because we never know what Dre we're gonna get. You're like a coin. On one side, we could get the day one Dre, you know what I'm saying? the one that everybody knows, respects, and understands, and comes in and all that. And number two, it could just be devious, Dre, and you're unhinged, and you go like off with Terry and just get up to everything you can.
I think that's a good way to put it, because it's not even a scenario of like, we don't want you to be devious, or we don't want you to be day one, Dre. It's like, I just want you to be Dre. I don't care what that is. I just want to know that the Dre I'm getting is what you want, how you feel, and how you think. Not to be influenced by, because believe me, bro, like, no, there's no like feelings towards that happening to you, because I've had that happen to me like multiple times. When you're close with someone, it's very easy to like not realize that sometimes if they're slightly in the wrong on something, your view on it's warped just because of how much respect and care you have for that person, right? And that shit happens. It's hard to acknowledge it sometimes until you have time apart from it to and conversations to go, yeah, to be fair, that is happening. But like it takes a lot to like be able to see that and be self-aware about it. But that's why I kind of see it as like, I see you as a very loyal guy, right? And I just know it's a sad time and a hard time. I just really hope you can use it to like bring that Dre that is you, and you go, you know what, like, got love for Terry, I'ma still do shit with Terry, but I'm the guy that steers the ship here. Like, it's me, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I think that's what I gotta find, bro. I need to get back to that. It's just like so hard right now because I feel like I'm torn in two. I feel like I'm in limbo. I got Terry on one side in the ICU doing what he's doing, and I got Kylie too, who's running in vendetta and trying to kill everybody because of her husband being in there. And then on the other side, I got everybody else. So I'm trying to like balance everything, and everything is all over the place. And then yeah,
you just need to hear those voices, but only listen to your own, right?
Yeah.
Like ultimately, it comes down to you. And I think I want you to. It's okay to have pre-existing loyalties outside of the manor. People have that. I've got that, right? With MANDEM members, like, I have that myself. It's just making sure that you're able to separate what you got going on in your gang life and then like the pre-existing loyalties or whatever, because they can still exist within the other group.
Yeah, I will say something. I don't know how Terry's going to react when he gets out of ICU and find out that Kylie got shot. If I was to predict the way Terry thinks and the way that Terry acts,
yeah, he'll probably be mad about it for sure.
Yeah, he's going to be unhinged because he's got no ties to anything now.
I mean, one thing I will say though is like, he'll be angry about it, but equally she was in the hospital unloading on all of us.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Max got strays left, right, and center.
Like, yeah, Max got shot in the face. Like, if she didn't get shot there, she probably would have shot more people, right?
Knowing her, most probably, yeah. But yeah, bro.
I want to speak to Terry, like, obviously once he's out as well, and just try and understand why, you know? It's not, maybe it's an overthink thing, but it's what I also did with James, right? Some people would be like, oh, there's a possibility this guy leaves. I'm going to go to them and say, oh, I just want you to know I love you being here. Don't leave, like, da-da-da-da-da. But I won't even question the loyalty. Like, SK is not going to, off the back of Dre saying that he's mending those bridges, SK's not going to then say to Dre about, like, oh, going over there, like, oh, this is your home, whatever, because SK doesn't want to even show to Dre that he doubts the loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Like, even bringing that up makes it seem like SK is thinking he's going to leave, which I feel like almost plants the seed more. Like, I didn't need to go have a conversation with James to reassure him because I know he's loyal. And if people bypass that loyalty and then they prove SK wrong, then it is what it is.